What is good, people? Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be transforming these Sparco seats from this to that. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. Follow all of the social medias in the link in the description, and we have got some behind the scenes exclusive content on our Patreon for 20 pence a day. Just sign up at the bottom. It's just going to help us out on the channel, invest into more stuff in the channel, and it's just going to help out. So let's crack on with the video. So in a previous video, I think it would have been my first week at Project 7 since leaving my job, we had this Polo headliner in, open ear one. That was done, no problem. The current part of that deal was to get these seats done as well. So we have ourselves some, I don't know what exact make and model they are, but they're Sparco sort of buckety race track seats. That side has already been done, so I wanted to make sure that everything was all good before I started filming. But we're going to be stripping all of this down. We've already got all the templates made. We just need to sew it all together, sew the clips together and attach the seat. We've done the hardest bit already. It's just kind of building everything back up. These seats are built from 2004. Believe it or not, that is the shade that seat is supposed to be. But I think these have been left out in the sun for a very long time. Obviously the customer wants to get rid of the red as well, because it's going in a fully black car with a bit of white in it. So that's why we've got the Sparco seat embroidered in white. But yeah, we're just going to strip this seat down, separate the base from the back, and then start sewing the covers together, building it all back up, and we can get some money. Before we get into the video, if anybody wants any seat upholstery, trim wrapping, headliners, dashboards, door cards, blah blah blah, everything else interior based, message my social medias in the link in the description. The first task is removing all the plastic trims from the seat. This will allow me to remove the old seat covers and separate the base from the back. With the cover removed and the seat separated, I've inspected the foam and it's all good. So now I can start sewing all of the new panels together. It's important to understand how the seat was assembled in the first place, as there are 15 separate panels on the seat back alone. They all need to be sewn in a specific order so the cover fits properly. Don't leave me high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Can't twist myself at the spine. With the seat cover sewn together, I'm installing the bars. These slide into the white pockets on the new seat cover and are attached to the bars in the seat back foam with clips. This makes sure the cover sits tight to the foam and fits all good. Once the cover is installed, I use steam to mould the new cover to the curves and contours of the foam. Now moving on to the seat base, basically doing what we did on the seat back. The base has 13 panels compared to the seat back's 15 and are smaller in comparison, so the base is typically easier to do. On this base there are fewer bars to attach, and the material is glued around the back on the centre section, making it a lot easier than the back. The bolsters just clip in on both sides. After that, I built the back and base up in reverse order to how it was stripped down, including the 4 main securing bolts, seat recliner dials, bolt covers and seat belt surrounds. Alright guys, seats have now been completed. Sparco bucket seats have been trimmed in faux suede, and then we have the Sparco badges been embroidered into both headrest sections. The few little touch-up bits we need to do on these, which is this one has a missing bolt on that one and that side. Reason being is both actually had one bolt missing on each, but I wanted to make sure this seat, the first one that I completed, was all built up, so I ended up taking a bolt from that one to make this one a complete set so I could build it up. The bolts haven't arrived yet, so I'm just going to let the customer take the bolts with him when they arrive. I'll just message him when the bolts arrive, and then he can come up and secure it all together, and then he can put on the side trim, which is just that one there that go here. Both are missing on that side, so he's missing one. But yeah, very happy with the seat so far. There was an absolute nightmare, I'm going to be honest with you. The first week in business, obviously we ran out of the fabric, which then put us in a tough spot. And then these, I was testing the faux suede that I usually wrap headliners in, and we had a big problem with how the material was running through the sewing machine. So after a week or so, we had to scrap the plan, order some more material, and then pretty much start from scratch. So I lost a whole week then, and we've just been playing catch up since. But we have done it. The material that we are using right now doesn't have any stretch at all, which makes trimming just a little bit more difficult, but these seats are a very good learning curve to kind of go forward, because it gives me an idea of when I'm using material that has no stretch at all. You can see there is little bits of creasing here and there. They're not a perfect seat, but they're very good considering. I'm sure the customer will be very happy, and a lot of the creases will kind of bed in once you've sat in it and it's kind of molded into its own position. So very happy with the seats. Let me know what you guys think. If you are interested in any seats, let me know in the link in the description. Facebook, Instagram, email, anything like that, just let me know. And for the people who may be interested, we do have a Patreon in the link in the description. For 20 pence a day, you guys can get access to some exclusive content, behind the scenes photos, things you don't normally see on YouTube. And we're actually filming our first vlog for Patreon only. It will never be uploaded to YouTube, and I'm planning on doing maybe once a week, whether it's a week in the life, or if I'm just doing some behind the scenes stuff to what I'm filming, or maybe at car shows and I'm kind of talking to people, just stuff that doesn't really make the main channel. I'm going to put it all on the Patreon only. So if you are interested in that, make sure you sign up in the link in the description. There are loads of other benefits, so if you just go and click on the link, and then you can just see what's there. If you guys watched a week at Project 7, we had an issue. The first week of business, we ran out of headliner material, and it was back ordered for a month. So obviously I had to postpone every single job, and I wasn't earning any money. So yeah, had some issues with that. Then I messaged them at the end of April. That's when they said that the material was coming in stock, and they said it's going to be another month. So obviously then I started to panic, and then I asked them, is there anybody that you know that supplies the fabric? And luckily they have a company they supply fabrics to, and they keep lots in stock. So we've bought 40 meters worth. We're not going to run out of this anytime soon. That'll do me about 20 different cars, so it should be good to go. Once the seats are done, I have a lad who I was doing 2 headliners for. I had a Mark 5 Golf and an Audi S4 headliner. We couldn't do the Mark 5 one because we ran out of fabric, but I can get that done once these seats are finished, get a bit more money in the bank, and then we can move on to a couple of Audi jobs we've got over the weekend. So it's looking positive so far. It's been a very, very tough start of business ownership, but I think once things start to kind of set and normalize, we'll be doing okay. So I thought I'd give you guys a little update, see how I'm getting on and whatnot. That is me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for another video. Peace.